2:35 contest was the big race of the day, the Paddy Power Gold Cup, 20 runners, and Granite Jack was the 3-1 favourite, now ridden by Liam Hurd, who replaced Ruby Walsh.
And they're off to a first-time start. The Paddy Power Gold Cup of 2007 is underway. 2.5 miles and 15 fences. Patman de Charmille and Private B having a good go at each other as they take the first fence there. At the back of the field, Lantartique landed in last place. Patman de Charmille and Private B together, with Idol first on the outside of these. Black Hills racing a slightly wider course. Nowhere jumped that in 5th place, just in front of Crozan and Billy Vodden. Then just behind this one comes Granite Jack, tracked on the outside by Vodka Bleu. Pond Oath in the middle of the field with that one too. So too is Il Duce as they take that third fence. Pace is already very strong indeed, and there must be a good 20 lengths between first and last. Kingsbrook is the back marker now as Private B takes on Patman de Charmille for the lead. Black Hills racing 3 lengths away back in third as they come down the hill. Maybe he's a bit more than that behind them. Then 2 lengths away back in fourth is Idol first. Crozan is racing behind these in 5th place as they take the turn. Granite Jack is on the heels of these leaders as well, tracked on the outside by Il Duce. On the inside of the course, Palashan is held up with Copsail Lad and Bambi Delorme as they take the first fence in the home straight. Vodka Bleu is in the rear third of the group with Ballia Gran. Also 2 forward is held up as well. Likewise 3 Mirrors towards the rear, and Kingsbrook is the back marker as they take that next fence, and all jumping safely at this stage. That was the 5th, and a bit of a gap now before they come up the hill. So they've got into rhythm here in the Paddy Power of 2007, and it's Patman de Charmille pressing Private B for the advantage. 3 lengths away third is Black Hills. Crozan racing in fourth in front of Granite Jack, Pond Oath, and then comes Idol first. On the inside then is Nowhere. Behind this one, Palashan, Bambi Delorme, Copsail Lad, Il Duce held up as they go towards this next fence. Just watching them jumping there. Lantartique on the inside has made up a little bit of ground. Vodka Bleu is about to get a reminder from Timmy Murphy, tracking Ballia Gran at the back of the field with 3 Mirrors, 2 forward, and Kingsbrook brings up the rear. And now there's probably about 12 lengths between first and last as they head up towards the 7th fence. Private B from Patman de Charmille as they cross that next fence. Again, Vodka Bleu a little bit sluggish at the back of the field. Timmy working very hard indeed on last year's runner-up. 2 forward has dropped out to last place now as the runners head down the back straight here. Private B and Patman de Charmille, tracked then by Crozan in the Trevor Hemmings first jacket, took that in 3rd place. Mistake by Black Hills on the outside of Granite Jack, who travels on the heels of Nowhere. Pond Oath is chasing these leaders as well. Bob Hall is restrained in the middle of the field as they go towards the water jump. Idol first is struggling to go the gallop, being pushed along as they went to the water. Heading across that particular fence then, and already 2 forward is detached. Looks as though he might be pulled up. Kingsbrook is trying to go the pace as well as they go over the open ditch. Patman de Charmille was the leader over that ditch. That was fence number 10. Private B coming back to lead him on the flat though. They're followed then by Nowhere, Pond Oath, then on the outside Crozan travels nicely enough, so too does Nowhere behind this one. Copsail Lad on the heels of these leaders, tracking Bambi Delorme on the inside. Granite Jack in about 7th place at this stage and travelling nicely enough. Palashan is next, gets a bump there though from Nowhere, who tries to angle for a run. Lantartique is being reduced on the inside by Graham Lee, and took that behind Copsail Lad, who wasn't that fluent at that particular ditch there at the top of the hill, which was 4 from the finish. And it's Patman de Charmille as Granite Jack now moves up into a comfortable looking 2nd. Then Crozan and Private B next. Il Duce starts to stay on. Nowhere's being pushed along. Bob Hall starts to improve as the runners head on down the hill. The favourite is full of running, Granite Jack. Going with him is Crozan. Patman de Charmille trying to hang to the lead then as they come down towards the 3rd last. But Granite Jack has just about put his head in front then as they go to the 3rd last in the Paddy Power. It's Granite Jack on the outside, Crozan touching down together. Back in 3rd place, Patman de Charmille, then Il Duce, Palashan, Private B, Lantartique is trying to stay on, Bambi Delorme Nowhere, Copsail Lad is beaten, so too 3 Mirrors. Here's the 2nd last now. Granite Jack on the outside of Crozan, who's just in front. Granite Jack is down, a faller Granite Jack, hampers Palashan back in behind them. That leaves Crozan in front. Patman de Charmil, Lantartique saving on the inside, saving ground as Il Duce comes through on the outside. They're racing up the hill then with one more fence to go. Il Duce in front from Patman de Charmil. Lantartique patiently ridden by Graham Lee, now goes into second. Palashan staying on with nowhere. Here's the final fence. Il Duce from Lantartique, who pecked on landing at the last. Back in third, Patman de Charmil, Palashan and nowhere trying to stay on Lantartique. Brilliantly ridden on the inside by Graham Lee to save ground, has struck the front, 50 yards to go. Il Duce coming back at him. Lantartique will hang on though and wins the Paddy Power Gold Cup. Il Duce in second, nowhere was third, Palashan fourth, Patman de Charmil and Bob Hall followed him home.
Ferdy Murphy and Graham Lee win the Paddy Power Gold Cup with Lantartique a 13-2 shot. Il Duce second at 33-1. Third home was Nowhere, a 10-1 shot, and Palashan was fourth at 25s. Granite Jack was the 3-1 favourite, all 20 rounds.